Oh, welcome back to everybody on the rest of it, and another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. And a New Year starts off with some title action as Nia Jax defended her WWE Women's Championship against Naomi. United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura is also in action against Andrade, but their encounter was a non-title bout. With another month to go before the Royal Rumble, WWE has a lot of time to fill, especially to build up a card that will be mainly comprised of 2 Rumble matches. This week's show gave us a couple of hints, and we closed things off with a video that recapped what happened last week with King Cody and Kevin's before the American Nightmare opened the show, revealing he's not cleared JRS yet and blamed the pile driver he received from KO. Surprisingly, it wasn't Owens who came out to confront him, it was Drew McIntyre. However, he didn't attack Rose, he gave him a hug. That seemed to catch the champ off guard. The Scottish Warrior told Rose that he needed a friend, but Cody didn't seem to care. Owens ended up attacking Rose from behind, and they brawled until the officials and security broke them up. As opening segments go, it was decent, but nothing we haven't seen before. Rose talked for a while, his feud was addressed, and Owens for a few shots. It was business as usual. Rose is good at carrying a segment like this, and he didn't really have a lot to do here, because the match is still a month away. But, they filled some time effectively, I guess. But fresh off of appearance of Pro Wrestling Now a couple of days ago, Nakamura was back in the WWE ring to take on Andrade in a non-title match. To the surprise of absolutely no one, they put on a great show. They're known for having great performances with each other. Andrade looked more focused than he is for quite some time, but Nakamura is still in his Scythe era. Defeating him when he's willing to cheat is easy, is supposed to be a challenge, and he did a great job making it look that way. After hitting his head on the ring post, Andrade fell to Nakamura's Kinshasa to give the champ a win, but his celebration was cut short by LA Knight, who appeared to attack him. This gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought this was really good. Great win for Nakamura, and I think LA Knight coming back again to have another match definitely makes sense if he's not going after the bloodline quite yet. But yeah, Nakamura and Andrade put them in the ring together as much as possible. Before we got Meechin against Piper Niven. After failing to capture the US title, Meechin wants the measure of retribution against Chelsea Green's best friend Niven. The match played out as expected. Meechin used her ability to keep the powerhouse on her toes, while Niven used her size and strength to push her opponent whenever she could. Green was playing a cheerleader at ringside as she watched Niven get incredibly upset her when Meechin began twerking at her. Meechin was able to overcome Niven to get the win in a decent bout. Meechin is one of WWE's most underrated performers. It's great to see her get more in ring time too. So yeah, this gets a 5 out of 10 from me. I thought it was alright, but nothing we haven't really seen before. It didn't really progress the story too further along, really, to be honest. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Before we got Paul Heyman coming out to speak about Rowan against Solo. Before he could leave, Solo came out. Surprisingly, he suggested Heyman hold the Order Fallow during his match with Reigns to protect it, which can be interesting. Little twist if it happens. We'll have to see where it goes. Before we got Ciampa and Gargano defending the tag titles against Sabin and Shelley, who lost it a few weeks ago to them. Sabin and Ciampa had a nice exchange of counters and takedowns to get the match started. Once DIY took control, they kept Sabin isolated for a while with quick tags and double team moves. Sally got a hot tag and went right to his former protege. He almost had Gargano pinned to regain the title with a nice backbreaker. They also 2 teams who know how to put on a match, and it got the awesome chant, but Pretty Deadly showed up and distracted them so DIY could regain the titles. Angel and Berto chased Pretty Deadly around until their fight spread into the ring and caused the ref to throughout the match. The finish protects both teams while setting up for another rematch, but not having a clear winner is always a bit disappointing. Kind of felt like a bit predictable after a great match as well, which for me kind of let it down a bit. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but yeah, kind of felt a bit let down by the ending. Bianca Belair then accompanied Naomi to the ring for her match against Nia Jax, who had Candice LeRae by her side. Tiffany Stratton was nowhere to be seen, which immediately made fans suspicious of a cash-in. Naomi used her speed to take control as soon as the match started, but she could only go for so long before Jax's power was too much. The champion had Naomi reeling during and after the break. Belair watched with worry in her eyes as her tag partner had her head smashed against the ring post. This went from being a pretty down-the-middle match to being a fun bout that crowd invested. Naomi and Jax worked hard to make their physical encounters and make both of them look tough. Belair and LeRae got into the ring for a fight that was broken up by Jax. This gave Naomi a moment to recover, but then Tiffy's music hit and she ran to the ring for the second ref, but at the last second she threw the ref over the backhead and then blasted Naomi with a briefcase while the ref was looking away. Jax pinned Naomi to retain her title and Tiffany got in the ring to celebrate with her. Suddenly she attacked Jax and LeRae before allowing Belair to hit Jax with KOD, missed Money in the Bank, threw Belair out of the ring and over the announce table before officially cashing in, hitting a trademark moonsault and pinned Jax to become the new women's champion. Yeah, this gets an 8 out of 10 for me. The way that it was built up to so carefully throughout the night, and then the way they did it, I thought it's great. It's been brewing for a while, and now it's finally happened. And yeah, so happy for Tiffany. I thought, a great match leading up to that. And yeah, I can't wait to see what Tiff will do as champion. So I thought this was great. I've got to say, it gets an 8 out of 10 from me. And then this week's main event saw a 6-man tag match with Sami Zayn and the Usos taking on Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. All 6 men started brawling as soon as the ref called for the bell. The ref just sort of sat back because there was nothing he could do to stop it. The show went through it with a new bloodline being tossed out of the ring. Once we returned from a break and order was restored, Jay and Tama squared off as illegal men. The pace slowed way down once Solo's team had the upper hand. This match was given a lot of time, and while that would usually be a good thing with talented competitors like this, it sometimes felt as if they were struggling to fill time. The number of breaks was higher than usual and certainly didn't help the pacing. Most of the action we saw was well executed, but it did start to drag a while. Part of the problem is that we've seen all of these men fight before. Solo ended up getting a win for his team. This was fine, but I think maybe the women's title bout should have been the main event. But I still get a 7 out of 10. It was a decent final build before the big show Monday. But overall, SmackDown this week gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought we got some decent matches on there, but the show was definitely highlighted by that cash in and Tiffany becoming new champion. Finally it's happened, and so happy it's happened. And check out there you goes. And obviously we got the big show Raw on Netflix Monday, which is
guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.